phone is freaking out.
No.
It's freaking out.
What?
No! No!
Oh.
He gave me an error! No,
Oh.
no, 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 no. No, no, no.
Oh no. Let's see. We're starting the morning with 5 2-kilometer egg hatches right now. And well, that's not that exciting. But today, I want to talk about the recent move changes and how good they actually are. This game feels, at least in terms of the differences between moves, it feels balanced for the first time, which is huge. I ran some calculations. Oh, yes! Togepi. Even though I finally have my 50 candies, there's another 5. Is this one better IVs than mine? I don't think so. Anyway, I ran some calculations and I saw a post on Reddit that compared moves in a similar way, where you see that there's sort of an inverse relationship between damage per second and energy gain per second for quick moves, meaning the higher the DPS, the lower the energy gain, and the higher the energy gain, the lower the DPS. So that sort of makes certain moves specialized for either focusing on quick moves or focusing on charge moves. And this is something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while and been wanting to suggest, and I think I've hinted at it in previous videos. But before we go into any further detail, I gotta finish editing this one. Did I lose it? Oh, I just drifted far away. Anyway, we're at George's again to upload because, like I said yesterday, the internet here is way faster than anywhere else. And my bag's full, of course. There's a Shuckle. It's actually like right here. And if I could just drift back over to it, that would be great. If not, I'll just continue eating. Oh, there it is. Sweet. Shuckle at 10 CP. It's not necessarily level 1. Shuckle has the lowest max CP out of all Pokemon. Lower than even baby Pokemon. It's an interesting Pokemon. It's not strong at all offensively, but it does have the highest defense and base defense stats. The highest base defense and special defense stats in the main series games. There he is. So Shuckle's gonna max out at like 300 CP, but it has huge defense stats. Not gonna be very useful, but it is a very fun Pokemon. I actually had a Shuckle in like 3rd generation that I used in competitive battling, and it took down 2 legendary Pokemon in one battle. Of course, you can't really set up a Shuckle with toxic and stalling moves in Pokemon GO, but it was a lot of fun back then. So we're doing that thing again, where I go to the end of the day to talk about stuff, and then we go back in time. With the latest move update, moves are pretty well balanced between energy per second and damage per second. Like I said, moves that are dealing high damage per second are charging energy at slower rates compared to moves that deal lower damage per second. To start, let's just look at a list of all quick moves. Here they have their DPS and EPS energy per second calculated, and then I found the average of each of these. Let's actually do this excluding. So excluding Splash, which deals 0 damage per second, the average DPS is 10.47. The average EPS is 10.39. Very close there. So considering that DPS and EPS are weighted similarly, we can just multiply the two together to find out which moves have the best overall damage and energy combined. And well, that's how I sorted this list. So at the top, this actual number here doesn't really mean anything. This is just a way to rank these moves in terms of how much damage they're dealing and how fast they're charging energy. So the best moves at the very top are Karate Chop, Quick Attack. Well, Karate Chop and Quick Attack are the two best, which means that Quick Attack and Hyper Beam is now Raticate's best moveset, just so you're aware. So now all my Bite, Hyper Beam, Raticates are, well, they need to be replaced. Bug Bite and Lick are second place, Extra Sensory, Snarl, Counter, Confusion, Bubble, Pound, Infestation. These are all the best moves in terms of how much damage and energy they're dealing and charging. Now if I unhide this column, this is actually how much energy the move is charging per point of damage dealt. At the very top, Powder Snow. Right behind it, Fury Cutter. Also up there, Charge Beam, Astonish, Bullet Seed, Psycho Cut. So what you see here is moves with lower DPS actually have higher EPS, or energy per second. At the very bottom, moves like Iron Tail, which have high DPS, have very low EPS. The reason this matters is because it creates a sort of separation between faster moves or high DPS moves and moves that are going to charge energy faster. One of the things that I advocated, in my head at least, I don't think it ever actually made it into a video. I was planning on doing a video about how to balance moves, but this is a good first step. So one of the things that is really important is that there's a separation in play styles. There are people like myself, and I think I've said this, people like myself who like to dodge every attack. This is especially important when training, when you have to use Pokemon with much lower CP, but I like to do it in battles anyway because it helps save on potions. Then there are also people who like to just spam their attacks and just attack straight through and don't dodge anything, and then there are people who dodge charge attacks only, which is probably the most optimal strategy in terms of saving time and saving potions. But if you're like me and you like to dodge a lot, then you'll prefer faster moves with shorter animations because it makes it much easier to dodge in between your moves. If you don't really dodge attacks, then it doesn't really matter what the speed of your attacks are. You'll just want to use the moves that deal the most damage. But I think it's very important to create this separation where slow moves with long animation times, will have higher DPS compared to short moves, fast moves, which will deal less DPS, but they also allow you to dodge more efficiently and take less damage in battle. There always needs to be some sort of trade-off there, which is what we're seeing here with this clear separation between DPS and EPS. An important thing to consider that is never really accounted for in the straight DPS calculation spreadsheets, like the one that I've shared previously, something to consider with those DPS spreadsheets is that they don't account for real-world performance. They don't account for dodging, which is very important. And I've tried to make it very clear whenever I talk about DPS spreadsheets that those rankings are based on raw DPS alone, but that those numbers, those rankings actually change when you start dodging attacks. Let's take two moves that are similarly ranked in terms of energy and damage. Confusion deals 12.5 DPS, but it has a 1600 millisecond or 1.6 second animation time. Bug Bite deals 10 DPS, but has a 500 millisecond or half a second animation time. So if you're battling an opponent who attacks every 3 seconds, that would be a move with a 1 second normal duration, plus 2 seconds for the defender slowdown time. In that case, you can really only use Confusion once in between your opponent's attacks, but you can use Bug Bite 6 times, and that has a huge effect on the DPS. If you can use 6 Bug Bites in 3 seconds, then its DPS stays exactly the same, 10 DPS. But if you can only use Confusion once in those 3 seconds, then that effectively cuts Confusion's DPS in half. So this is what I mean. If you're the type of person who's not dodging, you can just use Confusion and just spam it and not worry about dodging, and you'll still use it at its max DPS, 12.5 damage per second. Same goes for Bug Bite, but if you are dodging, you can still use Bug Bite at its maximum DPS and dodge. Now, I'm going to sort by DPS, and you can see that moves with the highest DPS aren't necessarily the slowest moves, so things aren't exactly set up the way that I sort of outlined for differences between dodging and no dodging playstyles. But the fact that we have this inverse relationship between DPS and EPS is a huge first step towards balancing battles, and I think it's a sign of good things to come, especially as we move closer to PvP, which we know Niantic is now working on. So I'll put a link to this spreadsheet in the description if you want to check it out and see which moves are ranked highest in terms of energy and damage per second combined. But in the meantime, we're going to go back in time to this afternoon where I met up with a huge YouTuber. I'm here with Luzu, who, well, a lot of you probably haven't heard of, but he actually has a huge channel. What is it, 6 million? Over 6 million subscribers. Massive.
It's all my mom with different accounts.
He does gameplay, not just Pokemon Go, in Spanish. So if you speak Spanish, check it out.
Yes.
We're gonna hunt some Pokemon. Buscando Pokemon.
Oh yeah, nice.
You hatch them?
Yeah.
What'd you get? Anything good?
Tyro. I was complaining
Tyro.
so much because I got all like 2 Cubones,
Yeah.
2 Staryu, Sansryu, and suddenly
Tyro. Nice. Did you appraise it?
No, but it was an entry, which is like
Oh, nice.
enough. And I have Hitmontop too.
Oh, okay, you already have it.
So I'm
Yeah.
like I'm happy. I'm satisfied right now.
Nice. I still don't have my Hitmontop, but we have had some more confirmation that HP, as its highest appraisal, will evolve into Hitmontop, just like I suggested many months before Gen 2 came out. So it worked out. Now, Apom, believe it or not, I don't have one yet.
Are you serious? I don't have it either. I don't have it either.
Oh,
I
sweet.
was. Wait. Ooh. I was talking about the Mantine,
Yeah?
but it's in the other side.
We can go all the way
What?
around. I mean, the Apom's like halfway there.
Oh,
so
yeah?
We might as well just go all the way around.
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. There should be a Tangela. Yep, there it is. But I have a couple eggs hatching first. Maybe I can get lucky. Stantler.
Oh, I got one.
Nice.
Montana.
Yeah. Oh, from Montana.
Yeah.
That's a legit Stantler.
Very proper, right?
Nice. Oh, this is a weak Tangela. It's okay. It's not the real goal here. The real goal is that way. Got it. We're on our way around the aquarium for a Chikorita, which is a new entry for Luzu.
Ultra Ball. Cuidado que pase. Justo, no me lo puedo creer. Sí, es nuestra.
A Charmeleon showed up on the list, so we're gonna grab that right here. But the Apom isn't on my list. Mantine isn't either, but we'll see if they're still there. A lot of detours on this trip.
Yeah, Chikorita had a high cost.
$5.94. Definitely using Pineapple berries, like I said, on starters, Gen 1 included, because they don't come around very often.
They always escape from me.
The starters?
Well, Charmeleon especially.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't have that same luck. 2. Oh, come on. Alright, that's it. I'm just giving him the raspberry.
Yes.
Got it. Nice. Now, let's see if
All right.
the real stuff is still over here. This is where the Apom was. Not here, but I mean, I guess I'll take a Kingler as a consolation prize. Kingler, 340. I was gonna say, Kingler's actually a really good attacker now. Got some better moves, but at 340, not doing much with him.
Alligator.
Oh my.
Acaba de aparecer un Alligator en el radar. Madre mía.
Whoa, that's an even better consolation prize there.
Vamos.
No! No! He gave me an error! No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Oh no.
He's back, he's back, he's back.
This is too much.
There you
I can't handle this, Nick. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna give him. I'm just gonna go for it.
My turn. Since this one's such a low CP, I will give it a Pineapple berry because that's gonna be 20 candies if I can get this. And since I already have a Feraligatr, I wouldn't be too upset if it ran. At this point, I'm really just missing out on 20 candies. Let's see. It's gonna be the Charmeleon all over again. It's okay. This one is definitely worth it. Could be here all day. That Mantine's probably flying away.
Oh, it's in Hawaii already. Forget about
Got
it.
it. That's good for 20 candies.
Oh.
Yes.
I did not consider that. Well, I mean, I still wanted the
Yeah,
entry,
yeah.
but it's true because it's a third evolution.
Yep. Bite Hydro Pump too. It's not bad. Look at this. Fake Mardi Gras decorations right here. We just walked. What did we do? Just walked around Parker's Lighthouse, which is barely a lighthouse. There is a light up there. No Mantine, it's gone. But there is a Totodile, which means more Totodile candies for me.
Well, that Mantine, totally my fault. Just say.
It was a new entry for you.
I know. Dude.
But You got another new entry on the way.
Life's hard.
Yeah.
It's alright.
You make sacrifices.
You need to pick your battles, you know?
That's right.
I lost the Mantine, but I got a Feraligatr.
Yep.
So.
I'll take that trade. Any day. I'll take that trade. It's like the boogie trade. Alright. I'm up to 81 Totodile candies.
No, couldn't be that easy. No podía ser tan fácil, tenía que darme problemas. Venga, ahí está.
There's a big 1500 CP Quagsire right here. I'm opting not to catch it because I already have like 100 Wooper candies. I'm just gonna save it for when I do a bunch of Gen 2 evolutions with a Lucky Egg on. I don't wanna start one right now because I'm actually headed back up to the apartment. Chance is coming over for game and pizza night. So that's gonna be exciting. All right, it was great hanging out with you, man.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Nick.
We'll definitely have to buscar Pokémon.
Buscando Pokémon. Searching for Pokémon.
Do it. Check out his channel. I'll link it in the description. It's probably up here too, somewhere over here. So
yeah, this is a great place.
Yeah.
Definitely coming back. That Feraligatr made me fall in love absolutely with Long Beach.
right on, man. Anytime you're here, I'm close.
Awesome.
All right.
See you soon.
Take it easy. Are you eating the ingredients? It's pizza and games night with Chance here, and we're making our own pizza. And if you guys aren't following Cassie on Instagram already, go do that because she's been streaming the last few nights here in the kitchen. We're about to get started on this pizza. Make sure you check out Luzu's channel. I'll link to his main gaming channel and also his English channel. So I'm assuming most of you will probably be able to understand that one. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Snoop Dogg!